The day Amara stopped waiting for Khalil was the day he finally showed up. But by then, she had already become someone who no longer needed him to. Amara Okafor was 24 years old the first time she met Khalil at a community fundraiser in East London. She was helping arrange chairs. He was standing near the door, as if he hadn't quite decided to stay. They spoke for 11 minutes. She checked the time. Afterward, she didn't know why. He texted that same evening. The book has a second part. Have you read it? She had. They talked for 3 hours. For 7 months, Khalil Nassif was the most thoughtful person in Amara's life. He remembered the small things. He made her feel seen in that quiet, particular way that is rarer than people admit. And then gradually, without announcement, he began to disappear. Responses got shorter. Spaces between messages got longer. He was always almost available. Always just about to call. Amara was not naive. She had watched enough people choose not to choose, disguising indecision as busyness, disguising fear as timing. She waited anyway, because the 11 minutes had been real. She waited for 4 months. Here is what nobody tells you about waiting for someone who will not choose you. The cost is not the waiting itself. The cost is what you stop doing while you wait. The prayers you say smaller. The dreams you had. The opportunities you keep one foot out of just in case he finally comes through. Amara Okafor lost 4 months to a smaller version of herself. And then one morning she stopped. She did not send a message. She did not demand an explanation. She simply stopped. Calm. She enrolled in the architecture certification course she had been postponing. She booked a solo trip to Lagos to visit her grandmother. She stopped arranging her life around the possibility of someone who had not arranged his around her. It was not dramatic. It did not feel like strength in the moment. It felt like grief. But grief, when you let it move through you properly, has a clearing quality, like rain on a dusty window. 3 months later, Khalil called. He had been in Beirut. His father's health had collapsed without warning. He had gone home in the middle of the night without telling anyone because he did not know how to be vulnerable and ask for support at the same time. When her phone rang and she saw his name, she did not answer immediately.
Khalil?
Amara, I know I have no right to call.
You called anyway.
Yes. I should have told you. I was ashamed of needing someone, and I did not know how to need you without asking you to wait for me, so
I said nothing.
And that was the worst choice I have ever made.
I am glad your father is recovering. And I believe you. But I cannot go back to where we were. I can only go forward from where I am. If you want to know where that is, you will have to show up for that conversation with the same honesty you just showed me. Consistently, not once.
A mind-blowing truth. Researchers studying what separates relationships that survive difficulty from those that don't found one consistent factor, not compatibility, not communication styles. The willingness to be honest when honesty is costly. He showed up, not with declarations, not with gestures, with consistency. With a kind of steady, unhurried presence that is easy to perform for a week and almost impossible to sustain for a lifetime unless it is genuine. He showed up at her door on Saturday mornings. He asked about the architecture course. He met Emeka, her brother. He failed twice at the jollof rice alongside her. He laughed at himself in a way that told her he was not performing ease. He showed up until showing up was simply who he was. And Amara, the woman who had stopped arranging herself small, found that she was not being asked to be small. She was being asked to be exactly who she had become. 6 months into his showing up, he asked her father,
"My daughter stopped waiting for you. I watched that. It cost her something. What I want to know is, what did it teach you?"
It taught me that I can't take her for granted. It taught me that love is not a feeling you wait for someone else to make safe. It is a decision you make and then build the safety yourself. I did not know how to do that. I am learning. I will not stop learning.
The Quran says, And of his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates, that you may find tranquility in them. Surah Ar-Rum, verse 21. Tranquility, not excitement, not electricity, not. Tranquility, the deep breath kind of love, the kind that makes you more yourself rather than less. They did not have a beginning, not a clean one. What they had was a second chance, earned, slowly, built, carefully, on the foundation of two people who had both done the work of becoming. Khalil Nassif learned that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the only honest currency a relationship can be built on. And Amara Okafor learned something she would carry for the rest of her life. Sometimes the person who makes you wait too long is the one God is using to show you what you are worth. Not so you will return to them, so you will never accept less again from anyone. Even if that anyone turns out, eventually, to be them. Next time, a different city, a different love story, a Nigerian architect in Dubai for 1 week, a British Moroccan musician with no plan beyond the music, a meeting that should never have happened, and a missed flight that changed everything. Next on Halal Romance TV, 1 week in Dubai, Friday. If this story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. What would you have done? Would you have waited for Khalil? Tell us in the comments. Until Friday, know your worth, and never arrange yourself small for someone who has not shown up fully for you.